Hey, thank you for checking out another short Devo. This Devo is called COVID or Cop Out. This is one that I've been kind of observing for a while now, and it kind of came to a head recently when I was at a steakhouse, and they were bringing out all these rolls, and instead of rolls, I usually eat the peanuts that they bring in. I asked the waitress, I said, do y'all have those peanuts? Because I thought, well, maybe because of COVID, they weren't bringing it out. And sure enough, she said, no, we're not serving peanuts on the tables anymore because of COVID. She said, but if you want some, you can have a bag to go and take them with you. And I said, well, can I eat my to-go bag right here at the table? She said, no, you can't eat it at the table. You can only take it with you. And I was curious. I said, now tell me how eating peanuts at the table causes a problem with COVID. And she said, I don't know. That's just what they said. And I said, oh, well, I understand. But I look forward to when things get back to the point where we can enjoy some of those good peanuts here before the meal. And she said, well, we don't because we hate sweeping those shells off the floor. And all of a sudden, I started thinking, them doing away with peanuts really didn't have anything to do with COVID. Them getting rid of those peanuts had to do with they were looking for a reason to get rid of them, and COVID gave them an excuse. And before I'm too hard on that steakhouse, I was thinking about my own life and how many things that I really can't do because of COVID, but how many things that I probably could do, I probably could figure out a way to make it happen, but I didn't want to. And because I didn't want to, I blamed it on COVID. And because I had COVID as an excuse, I didn't have to. And guess what? I didn't. Not because it made things safer, not because it was the right thing to do, but because COVID was my cop out. And I was thinking about how nice that was until one day I thought of Colossians chapter 3, verse 20. Colossians chapter 3, verse 23. It says, whatever you do, do your work with all your heart, as for the Lord rather than for men. You see, ultimately, it is Jesus I answer to. And just because it's okay with my boss to delete opportunities, just because it's okay with my wife to overlook chances, just because my government doesn't care whether or not I do certain things and they're totally okay with me using COVID as an excuse or a cop out, that doesn't mean that Jesus isn't. It is Jesus that I get my inheritance from. It is Jesus that I answer to. It is Jesus that I serve. So, in the midst of all this COVID, make sure that we focus on what we can do rather than obsessing over what we can't do. And make sure we do what Jesus wants us to do, even though COVID gives us an excuse not to. And even if COVID prevents us from serving Jesus in the way that we normally serve Him, be creative. Look for opportunities, look for different ways, look for different methods. Don't use COVID as an excuse not to do your best for the Lord. For Colossians 3:23 is also followed by Colossians 3:24 and 25, which says very plainly that Christ will reward those who work faithfully. and there will be negative repercussions for those who choose not to. I love you. I believe in you. Christ has a great plan for you. He has a purpose and a mission for you. Seek it with all your heart. If that's something that you want to talk about or pray about, please feel free to reach out and contact us. Um, Find us on Google, Honey Path First Baptist, and give us a call. We love you and look forward to talking to you soon.